weekly academy show dedicated to brainstorming everyday social, economic, political, and in some cases personal ideas and problems. Tonight we're deciding what to do with television. I am your host, Dolphin Radio. Joining me in the sidebar of the panel tonight is Eglor de Nosferatu and, of course, Chairview. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you.
He has decided that he is a Southern gentleman this evening.
I have, yes. They did everything that they could to discourage me, ladies and gentlemen, but I will persist in my Southern gentlemanly accent, and I will continue doing the show as is. Anyway, so I personally believe that we need to bring back MASH for a modern era. What do you guys think about that?
Thief.
I've been saying it for years, my friend. Years.
Sure.
Honestly, I have to go with that.
Okay, but which war?
Afghanistan was actually the last war that the United States had a MASH unit in the field.
I know, but wouldn't it be better if they did Vietnam because they haven't yet?
No, I think.
But that was kind of what the original one was about.
Korea.
Despite being set in Korea.
Yeah,
a lot of the issues they talked about. The issues they talked about applied to Vietnam.
One of the big jokes of MASH is that it was a mobile hospital, but it never moved until the very end of the series, where it moved basically across the plot of land that it was on to the adjacent plot of land along the same other side of the same road.
Yeah.
and then packed up to leave immediately afterwards.
Once you notice his mangled hand, though, you can't ignore it.
Whose?
What's his name? The nerdy guy with the clipboard all the time. I can't remember his name.
Radar.
Yeah.
He was a brilliant young man. He actually entered politics shortly after the show.
Mm-hmm. Could we replace him?
Wasn't MASH the show a movie?
It started as a movie, and the movie was about as cringy as fuck.
Yes.
There's no good way to say that as a Southern gentleman.
but it had Donald Sutherland. Come on.
It was cringy, man. It had a black man named Spear Chucker.
So did the show. Like the first season.
But like one season, and then they realized we probably shouldn't be doing this. They probably crossing their eyes about Roseanne today, going, "What the hell did she say that was wrong?" We call black men spear
but we need
chuckers.
to cast it. Like, who would be... Let's start by the female person in it. Who would that be?
Oh, man. Oh, welcome, Lonely. Who is... I'm sorry, I'm watching the chat.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of modern actors we could put in there. I don't know. There's MASH, but what about...
I have a hard time picturing anyone at...
I don't know. I don't think you could do... I don't think we could talk about actors until you find some good TV comedians who are good on their feet.
Yeah. What about the A-Team? They tried a movie, but they haven't...
I don't picture anyone other than Alan Alda in the role of...
No, not anymore.
No.
In the role of Hawkeye.
I believe that there are some people who could take it on and own it for themselves these days. It's an old enough thing. It's fallen from the public's mindset. Time to move on with the new cast, I do believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what if we did the A-Team? Like we could try the A-Team again.
The A-Team would be fun. I think that they've done that on Archer.
No. Yeah, that movie though. Oh, that movie was terrible.
Well, we need an Archer movie.
Like, I don't know why, but Jim Carrey has to play the crazy guy in that show. I mean,
only if he keeps his beard.
And like big, giant, tough black guy, it would be what's his name? Michael Clark Duncan.
The guy from what's it called? The Green Mile.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I had in mind as well.
Yeah. Well, you try to think. You're like,
hold on, isn't
Michael was the biggest black man?
Isn't Michael Clark Duncan dead?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh my God.
We could digitally bring him back. Okay.
Like oh God, what's
Terry Crews
name? Oliver Reed in Gladiator. Just CGI him in and just cut up every
all right, you're roboting out. So I'm gonna
in a recorded feature.
Yeah, you gotta log out and back in.
Log out and then.
Sorry.
All right.
It's my connection. Sorry.
Perfect.
But no, yeah, or you could do what's his name from the Old Spice commercials. You know, he might be good.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see. Oh shit! I had it a second. Steve Buscemi as that crazy pilot.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good fit, especially if he did his cross-eyed thing a lot.
Oh yeah, that would work. I think Lonely Wolf wants to reboot like Young and the Restless or some shit.
The Young and the Restless.
I mean, they're still on air. I don't think they can be. No, if I had it my way, there'd be a reboot of the Golden Girls, maybe. But they are.
Who do you get to play B. Anthony though? That is only one woman.
Yeah,
or B. Arthur.
Yeah.
There's only one woman in the world like that.
You could do like Helen Mirren, something like that.
In the age of feminism, you can't find a woman like B. Arthur.
No, but I was thinking maybe you could do Helen Mirren in that role, and then like Betty White's still kicking, so she could.
Yeah. You know what? She could be like a grandmother that comes into the Golden Girls, something like that.
Yeah, it's not. They don't necessarily have to be all girls. You could have.
Yeah, a Golden Girls prequel.
The Golden Girls, the early years.
The Platinum Ladies.
Yeah, but if we did it today, okay? If we did it today, I guarantee you it'd all be black people. Okay.
That could be kind of funny.
I do believe that might be quite entertaining, actually. No, I'm screwing up all my accents. Damn it.
It wouldn't be the Golden Girls, though.
Lonely, you messed me up.
I do mess people up.
Yes, you do. Okay. My biggest promotion here is, okay, we take Bosom Buddies from the 80s, which was a show where Tom Hanks and his roommate dressed up like women to get into the women's dorm. Okay. And they were best friends, and they hung out together and got into all kinds of antics. So we would have Peter Dinklage and Daniel Radcliffe.
Now, why does this speak of disaster from head to tail?
In drag. Yes.
Oh, no, dear Lord.
But then that's going to be, in this day and age, that's going to be transphobic.
No, you just say that the character is, you know, why? They didn't get that mad about the Roseanne guy.
Are you kidding? The world already loves Peter Dinklage. He would become a hero for the transgender community, and he wouldn't even have to be transgender. He could be their official spokesperson, all 68 of them, worldwide.
Okay. What about American Citizen Idol? Where it's American Idol, but the winner earns his American citizenship.
Okay.
No, I do actually like the idea of that. And you could do it all over. You could have different cities. Damn, why don't you pitch this to Donald Trump? You want to talk about a lottery system? All right, we'll give up the lottery system. We'll have U.S. Citizen Idol, and then they'll have like New Zealand Idol. Citizen Idol.
Yeah. It's not the UK, because then it would just be
no.
That's
No.
not haram.
My advice to people from the UK: your government only understands one language. We Americans learned that a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay, here are my choices for judges: Rebecca Black, Lil Wayne, and Psy. Okay.
All the really old memes.
Yeah, really bad singers, right? That's the point.
Uh,
It might work. I don't know.
I would like it. It's kind of it's not a reboot, but it's
you know,
well, it's kind of a spin-off, a Judge Judy spin-off of a gay.
Wow, egg.
see,
Now, with all due respect, Egg did tell us that this was going to be
the
happening
reboot of.
tonight.
I know, but it's so bad, this connection that he's got. Oh my god. What the hell are they doing there?
I
No
don't
idea.
know. I think they're drilling into his phone as we speak.
It's actually my computer.
I think they're drilling into his computer as we speak.
We can sound you.
Yes.
We can hear you a lot better now.
Yeah.
Sorry about this, guys.
Okay, I also liked Mark from Orc.
Mark from Ark. Who is that? I've never heard
It
of
had
that.
Robin Williams in it.
Oh,
You
Mork
never heard of
and
Robin
Mindy.
Williams saying
Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy. But we would have Zoe Deschanel. Okay.
All right. And who's your
And
comedian?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Who?
Borat.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
It'd be the best choice.
No, that man should be shot through the lungs the day he was born out of spite.
No, he didn't. He was doing stuff he was going to be the Freddie Mercury in that movie they did.
That I can see. Looks kind of like him.
You know who they picked though? They picked that Malik guy from Mr. Robot.
No, I didn't see it. All right, so
Best show on TV right now.
I believe that we should always turn to the old reliable Doctor Who.
Yeah, but we've already redone that a bunch of times.
No, here's the thing: we need to redo it again because it just keeps working.
Do it and have it be more American.
No, absolutely not. That would ruin it.
That's actually been done before, if I recall.
Okay, but when is Cumberbatch going to get to play the Doctor? Like, come on.
Never.
Oh, come on. He would be awesome.
He already kind of has that. He's already got the Sherlock Holmes thing going on.
And Doctor Strange, you know, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to say that I do like Doctor Strange. That was an excellent movie. I had to watch it in preparation for Infinity Wars, which was an excellent movie as well.
Yes, it was.
Thor should have threw higher, though.
Yeah, but except in there when...
Stop. Thor should have threw higher.
No, I just meant when his soul leaves his body or whatever that was in Doctor Strange. That was a little odd, but... I felt like I was on an acid trip that whole entire movie.
It was pretty epic.
It was. Okay, there's an old TV show called Breaker High that nobody saw.
So let's not try to replay it since nobody watched it the first time.
Yes, they did. It launched Ryan Gosling's career.
Now, I'm going to bring up MASH again because only because I want to make a real quick point. That MASH was the Scrubs of its day. It was a comedy and a drama at the same time. And I think that those shows work because you're dealing inside a hospital.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think that the combination of drama and comedy really make things work. So, if it's real drama.
Yeah. Hey, but we need to cast it. Okay.
All right, so who do we have as the duo? You gotta have a Hawkeye, and you gotta have his cohort.
Okay. The woman will be Scarlett
No,
Johansson.
stop it right there. Well, let's start with the core cast.
Okay.
Hawkeye. You have to start with Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and don't jump all over me, because I'm not very fond of him either, but James Franco.
I don't know if he's that funny though for that role. I don't know.
Oh, well, you get writers to do that for him. I think he could be pretty funny. If he tried to do slapstick, I think he could pull it off. I've seen it. This is the end, and I believe in him.
Zach Braff? I don't know. I mean, he was on Scrubs, so maybe.
Actually,
Okay.
that wouldn't be a bad idea. You could have Zach Braff be Hawkeye Pierce.
Yes.
I can.
Yeah, you want to sign out and sign back in, Egglord?
we could do both of them though. You could have Zach Braff as Hawkeye, and then Franco could play the other dude.
No. I
Seems like a rapper.
Yeah, you need to
who played Turk? Who played Turk?
In what?
In Scrubs.
Oh.
You could recast the entire MASH in military as the same cast from Scrubs. And check this out. You could even have Klinger being played by Janitor.
Okay, the guy you're looking for is Donald Faison.
Yeah, have him come in and play Hawkeye's what was his name? There were two of them.
Yeah, I know. That was my mother's show. I don't know what the actor.
There were like 2 or 3 actors that were permanent on the show the whole time. No, there were 4.
Okay, well
you've got Hawkeye, you've got Radio, you've got what's her name? Something Lips.
Houlihan.
Hot Lips Houlihan, and you've got Klinger.
Yeah, but you also got what's the nickname of the corporal Maxwell who wore dresses all the time?
No, yeah, that's Klinger.
Okay.
Who ended up staying in Korea.
You had to think of somebody, a male who might look okay in a dress.
No, I'm dead serious. Use Janitor for Klinger.
Okay. Radar, what about like Jack Black or something?
No.
Please no.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You got to get a young. Oh, what was that guy that was from Road Trip? That had the car. That was the loser and the nerd and.
John William Scott.
I don't know. He
Stifler.
Was also the new kid.
Not Stifler, but the other guy.
I'm gonna have to pull up some IMDb here, real quick.
Well, I know Sean William Scott played EL, who was like the guy who played Stifler, but Brecklin Meyer.
Warburton in here somewhere.
And you had DJ Qualls, but DJ Qualls is fucking weird.
Qualls could be Radar.
Might work.
Sorry, that's my bird making that ungodly. Oh, not really. He's kind of singing.
As far as the woman, though, you need an older woman, like a Meryl Streep age.
Yeah. I got a question.
Yeah.
You know, what about David Bishop's suggestion of Knight Rider being remade?
They tried to. They tried already.
I don't think it would work today. They're like, dude, my car talks to me too.
Because Because if they did Knight Rider, you'd have like Vin Diesel, fucking.
Or Herbie the Love Bug. They tried that too.
What, Lindsay Lohan? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, DJ Qualls is his name. DJ
Yeah.
Qualls is Radar O'Reilly.
Yeah, the weird dude. Yeah.
Yeah, the weird dude.
Yeah, DJ Qualls.
Oh yeah.
I think that man would make an excellent Radar.
If you've ever seen him in Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
What was the name of his show?
I don't know. It's the one where the kid has muscular dystrophy, though.
Yeah, he has muscular dystrophy in it. he just talks shit to the rest of the cast the entire time. It's great.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, I got the perfect one for Hot Lips Houlihan. Okay.
All right, who is this?
It is. Oh, what? It is Laura Flynn Boyle. Laura Flynn Boyle because of the lips.
Oh
She's
wow,
looking pretty terrible.
now that is a stunning pic for
see her.
Hot Lips Houlihan.
Yep.
I see her more in Serial. I mean, I think the most comedic thing she's ever done was Men in Black 2.
Yeah, no, but the lips.
Well, it would probably be a pretty fun project for her then.
Dude, what's her name from the Oscars? Who was like that older gray-haired woman? I can't remember her name now. I'd say Meryl Streep, but Meryl Streep's a bitch, so let's not do that. But they have to have somewhat gray hair. That's why I said Judi Dench or something at first.
No, she could wear a wig, and she didn't have gray hair at the beginning of the show.
Oh my god, David just wants to be in the reboot of Knight Rider. That's true. I think it kind of does.
He could be run over in the pilot episode. In the opening scene. Wearing a red shirt.
No, we have to talk about live action shows, because any other show it wouldn't work too well. Let's see. What about Dynasty?
If David wants to come in, he's more than welcome, of course.
For sure.
I'm getting
Dynasty might be one, but oh yeah, they're already doing that. I forgot. They already did that one.
How about Dallas? Dallas was always a good show as far as I remember. Oh, you know what? Instead of making movies, why not make Mission Impossible the TV show again for once?
I think they already did Dallas.
I know Leonard Nimoy is dead, so you kind of lose that Spock image, but still.
Yeah, Mission Impossible could be good depending who you cast in it.
There are plenty of actors that could take on the role.
Chris Pratt. There you go. You have Chris Pratt in there, but you might have to put some dinosaurs in too.
I have a suggestion for the future of television, and it is this. No more CSI.
But what will they fill daytime hours where everyone's at work with?
Anything but CSI. Yeah,
more Cops episodes.
More episodes of Cops. Sounds like a good idea.
Let's get rid of Law and Order while we're at it too, please.
Yeah,
we haven't had CSI Chicago. CSI Chicago. The black guy did it.
No, Judge Judy should be the only courtroom drama that. Well, I mean, not courtroom drama, but that should be the only type of Law and Order show besides Cops.
Well, they do. I think they do need one since they've legalized like gay marriage, especially in Australia when they recently did that. You know, we need a divorce court show.
I've
That
got
would
it.
be that would be like for gay people. That would be entertaining.
Law and
'Cause
Order
they would.
Special Snowflake unit.
My
There you go.
wife and I have now seen like 6 or 7 of our friends get divorced, and we're just like, man, we are winning these statistics. I tell you.
Yeah, because it'd be interesting because the gay divorces would be very, very interesting. 'Cause you see
I
how
don't
gay
think
people
there.
are when
I
they
don't
couple-
think there are a lot of gay divorces. Actually, I'm pretty sure they're pretty
Well, there
uncommon.
will be once it because in Australia there's a lot of there's probably a lot of people getting married now that they're lifting the ban on gay marriages. So there's going to be a lot of marriages. So yeah, I know some people are all optimistic, thinking, oh, let's film the weddings and all that, and make a show about the weddings. But I'm kind of like thinking the opportunistic side of me is thinking, oh, what about like a divorce reality show? Like, how interesting would the cat fights be?
Well, the problem is that reality shows aren't real, so it's like we would need one that's actually real, though.
I do
but I
believe
think-
that when it comes to gay marriage amongst men, I believe that the divorce rate is almost non-existent, and amongst women, it usually ends with a police intervention.
Is there any way we could get, since he's so desperate, is there any way we could get Tommy Wiseau into a good show besides Neighbors? Because that Neighbor show he does is awful.
Tommy Wiseau.
Maybe have him do a show like Red and Link did, where he actually goes around and helps people make their movie dreams come true. Like someone will come up with an idea for a movie and he makes one.
Oh,
But they'll
that'd
be
be
short.
awesome.
They'd be short films. They'd be like 15 minutes long. But
Yeah, get Tommy Wiseau helping people make their amateur scripts into real films.
yeah,
I just had a brilliant idea, gentlemen. What do you think about this? That we reboot Saturday Night Live as Saturday Night Live continues to film their own stupid show. Another company say like, I don't know, Fox presents Saturday Night Live, their own show called Saturday Night Live.
you wouldn't be able to use the name. You'd have to change it because what's his name is an asshole. Sunday Night Live. There you go. No, you can't put it on God's Day.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Well, you can do it on Friday, okay?
And so the Jews won't watch.
If you do it on Friday, that pisses. If you do it on Muslims.
Fine.
Muslims.
Saturday Night Improv. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. No. Skit-based show. But like
Monday Night Live.
Funny
Monday
and
Night Live.
entertaining. Very, very unlike Saturday Night Live.
You know what needs to? There's a part of me. There's part of me that cringes at this idea, but at the same time would like to see it attempted. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
Reboot it. Yeah, Dr. Johnny Fever.
But like, can we? Wasn't Joe Rogan in that? We need to keep him in there.
No, that's news radio. That's news radio.
News radio. That was awful. Oh my god. I remember WKRP though. Well, radio's almost dead now though, so I don't know how that would work.
Yes, video killed the radio star.
Fuck. Bugles predicted everything.
Oh, Mitzi in the chat says,
well, it's okay. Internet killed the video star.
Reboot everything so that it's a Muslim show.
Oh no!
Now we here on the BrainTrust do not take any responsibility for the words of our patrons, but we do enjoy reading them. They are funny.
Well, no matter what you do in the show, it would just be like, "That's haram." That's what No, we just make a comedy that's called.
No. Dallas, but with Saudi oil men.
There you go.
Oh no, you could call it like
Call it Riyadh.
Riyadh.
Oh my god.
No, let me ask you this. I've got to look up a prince's name and ask who shot him. Oh, I don't have it in me. I'm sorry, bro.
They'd be like, "It was the infidel."
No. No. One of the plot members obviously shot Al bin Musala Mahala Bagalaba.
Salam alaikum, brother. Anyway.
Durka.
Okay, let's get off the racist thing so we don't talk about YouTube.
I'm sorry, I can't think of any Islamic names because I don't know any.
Ahmed.
Yeah.
Ahmed.
Abdul
Muhammad.
Yeah. I don't think you can
You
use.
shot Abdul Muhammad Ahmed.
I don't know. Can you use? Do they allow you to use Muhammad as someone's name? I think they do.
Pretty sure it's the most common name in all of the world, actually. So
Red Robot, welcome.
What's up, man?
So okay, I just thought about.
What show do you want to see before we get kicked off of YouTube forever?
$1 Million Man.
What show would I like to see redone?
Yeah. Or just make up one, whatever.
Or what upon?
You could make up one if you want.
Oh, well, see, the thing that I miss that they used to have are shows like the old Battlestar Galactica, the Buck Rogers. Basically science fiction shows where the primary purpose was a sense of adventure.
Right.
But
you don't like.
Go ahead.
You don't like the remake they made of Galactica?
Let me put it this way. I refer to it as Battlestar Craptastica, and after a while, I kept hoping that all of the characters that I hated would die, and they never fucking did.
You notice all these shows involve a robot, right?
But I have to kind of agree. The adventure genre is kind of
all your shows involve robots.
Now, hold on a second. I just had a thought. Red Robot brings up a good point. If they remade Star Trek and all of these Battlestar Galacticas, all the fantasy shows and all of that wonderful stuff, and did it in the style of Game of Thrones where people fucking died.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's not quite what I meant, but
No.
I'm
taking your idea and I'm running with it.
All right.
Hold on.
Well, my point was that I came to hate the characters so much that I wanted them to die. I kept being disappointed when they lived to the next episode because after a while, basically here's the thing. Okay, let me give an example of what they're trying to do. What they were trying to do with Battlestar Craptastica was to give you a bag of assholes. Okay, I'm going to give you that show and Stargate Discovery or whatever the last one was. Those two are shows where they did the bag of assholes poorly. Where after a while, all he wanted to do is watch these people die because they've just pissed you off every week, and then you stop watching. There are two shows I can give you two shows where they did it correctly.
Okay.
Breaking Bad is a show with a bag of assholes where it was just fascinating to watch each week.
Yeah.
Also, Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles was another one where all the characters were, almost all of them had diverging goals and they were conflicting with each other as well as having their common goal. And yet it still worked. It was still fun to watch. I loved that show. I was pissed off when it got canceled because it was still fun to watch. And yet it was a bag of assholes.
I
what
missed
was that other show called? It was like Lost in Space. It had a robot helper. It looked like It almost looked like the robot from the Jetsons. I can't remember.
Shit. I think I know the one you're talking about because there was also a couple of back in the 70s. There were a couple of other serial adventure, space adventure shows. After Star Wars came out, there was several of them. I'm trying to remember them, but there was one where they're like, it turned out they were on they're this space colony, this traveling ship that was a colony that had regressed in time, and they didn't realize. The hero realizes that he's on a ship, and his friends go on adventures from different world to world because each enclosed dome is its own kind of culture. I can't remember that one either. I know I mentioned some of these in some old ass shows that I did a video about it a while back of old shows that deserve to be remade.
Was that Dark Star or something?
Well, Dark Star was a movie, but that was pretty funny. Trying to remember the damn. I don't remember. It was one. I can look for it. It's in my Red 5 series. I did a
placeholder. I'm just gonna say this about the new Lost in Space. It sucks.
Yeah,
I agree.
I immediately decided I wasn't going to watch it, and I'll tell you why. When someone told me that one of the characters was, and this was the first thing that popped in my head was, so let me get this straight. One of the characters is the super genius little black girl. And I'm like, okay, that's how you. That I have nothing against smart characters. I have nothing against smart black characters. I have nothing against the occasional smart kid. But there's a trope of the super genius little black girl that I've gotten sick of. It's like fucking overcompensating or something. I don't know why. Dumb.
We could do Arc 2.
Arc. Yeah, that was. I think that was one of them. Yeah.
But
it was a giant RV they traveled in, and they could travel through time and shit.
The new Lost in Space just has so much contrived.
It does. Yeah, I don't like the female doctor.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, that was another thing. That the female doctor was just kind of like, well, what? Why did you turn Dr. Smith into a woman?
Okay, Gemini Man.
How's this for an idea? We have a new show called Social Justice Warrior, and it's a guy who goes. It's a guy who goes through all the different shows throughout history, and you recreate the cast on a week-by-week basis of, say, like Scrubs and MASH and Roseanne and all these different shows, and you just do a one-offs with Social Justice Warrior where he goes around and points out everything that's wrong, and people end up like really just hating the show.
One of the ones I mentioned in the video was the Greatest American Hero, which was a comedy of errors. And actually, I heard a rumor that was someone was attempting to reboot that with a woman as the lead. And that was actually one of my suggestions. But I said, I remember saying this is like you can't treat her differently if you do that, because the point is that the hero is a bumbling everyman who he's not an idiot. He just has no idea what he's doing because he lost the fucking instruction manual. And the character arc of growth is going from a lovable doofus to a somewhat competent hero who's still kind of way in over his head. If they try to make her hyper competent, it misses the point. And now that I think about it, with the way women in comedy works, you probably couldn't do the show and do that to the character. It's the Guybrush Threepwood conundrum where you can't make a lead female character be a complete moron. The audience won't put up with it. But you do that to a man, it's fine. It's fucking the source of comedy, man.
All right. Now, the brainstorming session that is called the BrainTrust is a brainstorming session. So,
yes,
just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
For informational purposes.
Exactly.
Jason the Star Command.
Oh yeah.
Like all these old 70s campy sci-fi ones we could do, and it might pick up. Like Netflix is ordering all these new shows, and so is YouTube Red. But like, the problem is that they're picking stuff. They're not movies are already feeding off our nostalgia.
I'm gonna go ahead and give Netflix, YouTube, a really big thumbs up, by the way, for their excellent recreation.
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it. I swear to God.
I'm gonna give it to it. The Cobra Kai. It is a terrible, terrible morality-based show, but it's a brilliant idea. What happens to the guy that gets kicked in the face in the end? He becomes a loser, of course.
Well, they're both total assholes in this movie.
Of course. Everyone's an asshole. I think that's the story that every TV show is trying to tell you in the beginning.
I know, but Daniel with his bonsai.
Look at Friends. Tell me one reason that you don't have to hate every single asshole on that show.
Well, the question is, like I asked earlier, did they do the bag of assholes shtick right, or is it you just...
No, I think the best bag of assholes shtick that's ever been done has been Arrested Development.
Okay, though. Here's the thing: Daniel is now a car dealer who's the cockiest dick in the world, and like brags to his buddies at the dealership about stealing his girl, and like opens up every commercial with bonsai, we're chopping the prices, and does karate chops.
Yeah, I'm okay with bonsai. I'm chopping the karate, or all that stuff. It's a marketing tactic, after all.
So, placeholder in the chat recommended making Zardoz a TV show.
Oh my God! The gun is good. The penis is evil. Let's get that one on TV. Oh my God! I kid you not. If you watch, I have a challenge. If you can watch Zardoz completely cold stone sober and come out on the other side alive, you're a bigger man than me. I had to start drinking 2/3 of the way through.
Okay, let's pick a new $6 million man.
I love.
I'm not sure any of the networks would be willing to pick it up.
That would be amazing.
What about Space Night? Well, we'd have to change the year, but Space 8 in 1999. Come on, what would it have to be? 2099? I don't know.
No, wasn't it called Space Above and Beyond? Isn't that what it was called?
That's something else entirely. I was thinking of the old TV show where the moon gets blasted. It gets blasted into space, and
I loved that show. That was my first.
I would love to see a TV show based on Mass Effect.
Could work.
Another one. Yeah, if you wanted to do the bag of assholes thing, have you guys seen Blake 7?
Yeah.
Yes.
The visuals didn't age well, but basically what the premise is that our heroes are a bunch of escaped criminals fighting an oppressive empire. And it's like pitting evil against evil, and it's great.
Yeah, that could be really easy to cast, that one too.
Yeah, 'cause it's a bunch of bastards, and it's fantastic. Such a great show. And they kill off the title characters, they appear to in the end of the first season. They keep going. I'll bring that fucker back till the end. Spoiler alert. On a 30-year-old show.
Because I just think TV's dying right now, right? And I think some of these shows with nostalgia factor could make people enjoy streaming shows again.
No, hold on a second. TV is not dying. They've got great shows on network television. And I'll even give the History Channel. Vikings.
Okay,
Vikings is good. Yeah.
And I like the Vikings model. I like the idea of taking history, cranking it up a notch, and throwing it all together.
That's technically not network TV, though.
And portraying it accurately, not to modern sensibilities. That's what it did right.
No, yeah, exactly. It made it work because it actually took into account the period.
Then there's on Netflix, I've seen a lot of time travel shows, but they don't seem to go back real far in time anymore, except for Lesbians of Tomorrow.
Lesbians of Tomorrow.
What?
Oh,
okay.
That's what I've been told. It basically has turned into where the third season. Basically, if you don't have a vagina, you don't have two brain cells to rub together, and the lead character, what's her name, seems to find a hot girl to sleep with every episode. I'm like, Okay, well, more power to you, but
Yeah.
whatever, you know. But
Yeah,
then
then you had, like-
lesbians of tomorrow. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, the old Egyptian king and his girlfriend or whatever. Like it was. Like,
yeah.
oh, that's.
Did you,
When she managed
hold
to,
up,
when
hold
she
up.
managed to bed Guinevere in the end of the third season, or the second season, I'm like, okay, fine. I see where because basically she's a lesbian Captain Kirk. She finds someone to fuck at every port.
God.
Well, and it's like, well, okay, it's fine, but the problem is they sort of dumbed down a lot of the characters that I really liked for the sake of making the girls look better, which I hate it when they do that. And it doesn't matter the gender, but it almost always seems to do, like they run out of good ideas for Adam, and ever since Captain Cold beat the big one, they've got the big dumb mercenary as the smartest dude on the team. I'm like, there's something wrong here. You have two genuine scientists here, and they're idiots.
I
All
know.
of a sudden, the
I
hell.
know it would fail, but for shits and giggles, could they not just redo Star Trek but just get rid of all the men?
Well, if you want to do a live action Western version of Gal Force, go knock yourself out. There's an anime of that. It's actually pretty good.
Okay, if we could redo the $6 Million Man, who would you guys cast?
Oh,
God.
fuck! I don't know actors' names worth a damn. Well, let's see. Hold on.
Lorenzo Lamas?
Who? See what I mean?
Exactly.
God.
Yeah. This is in my strong suit, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just like, because my temptation would be, because he was originally an astronaut, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's
I would I'll pick somebody vaguely Matt Damon-ish looking.
Yeah, you need somebody like
Yeah.
that.
Somebody who's pretty to look at.
No, there's nothing there. Yeah, I'm completely on board with that, especially if you do the $6 million woman later, or the bionic.
Well,
woman later.
okay.
What you need is a guy that is going to look good no matter what condition he's in.
I've got it though.
Because
Okay.
the bionic woman reboot was awful, by the way.
I've got it though.
I agree with that.
Okay.
It was
Andrew
horrid.
Lincoln is leaving The Walking
Yes.
Dead. All right.
I saw it.
Okay.
Let's give it to Andrew Lincoln. Okay.
Who?
The guy who plays Rick on Walking Dead.
The sheriff from Walking Dead.
No, you need someone a bit more. And I know this is going to sound weird, but if you're gonna reproduce the effect, you need someone kind of all American looking. And
Yeah.
I don't.
Chris Evans.
What?
Chris Evans.
You know what?
Getting to do it, but.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see as a television show?
Hmm?
Red Mars, Green Mars, Blue Mars.
Huh?
It's a book.
Huh?
It's a book series about humans colonizing Mars, and there's 3 stages: Red Mars, Blue Mars, Green Mars.
Oh.
And as the humans evolved, their relationship and their political, socio-political, and even evolutionary stasis between the humans on Earth and the humans on Mars drastically changed. It's a very interesting storyline.
Oh yeah, I did catch the name of that the big space colony thing that was Starlost. I can't remember that.
Starlost. Okay.
Yeah.
I
All these old
don't know who you
stories
cast as a $6 million man. That's a tough one. I can't think of anybody, but I'm terrible with names. Because you actually, I hate to say it, you'd almost want to find a really good, relatively unknown actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One, it would be cheaper, and 2, how to put this? It would help if it was someone that you didn't readily associate with anything else.
Yeah, because a lot of actors nowadays
Yes.
are typecasted.
Like, at least the
Which
special
sucks.
effects would be a lot fucking better on that show.
Yeah.
Because the original, when he would like flip a car or some shit, it would just flip over without him even touching it.
Yeah.
It was just like.
And that's I will say that's the other thing. If you brought it to TV, it would, at least I hope, they would resist the urge to make the special effects too out there, because he's superhuman but not ridiculous. I don't know. It's a tough one, because I mean, if you could, but basically just sort of it's on the same level of special effects and superhuman effects that you get out of, say, the Netflix superhero series. You know, they're superhuman, but still mostly believable as people. One, it saves on the budget, and two, it helps them still seem, well, relatable, kind of. I know the $6 billion man cyborg is relatable, but you know what I'm saying.
Well,
I think they could do Get Smart as a TV show if they cast it properly. That movie, they cast it wrong. So.
Oh yeah, Get Smart could be really well. See, the thing is, I don't. The trouble is you don't have the Get Smart worked because it was occurring during the Cold War.
Oh yeah.
It's there's nothing funny about Al Qaeda or ISIS. The Russians were still at least funny. At least they had funny accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Get Smart probably would work.
I was thinking about Batman if they could do it a little bit campy and not so serious. Because a campy Batman, that would be fun. I mean, he did it like Orwell, for example, was a big success. So maybe they could,
yeah,
have it campy yet believable.
Yeah, and since kind of Doctor Who's gone a little down the hole, what we could do, you remember, because some of my favorite parts of, not always, but of the second and third Doctor were they got stuck on Earth for a while, so they had to do weird adventures on Earth. You could a show like that with I think there was one called UFO back in the day, was basically about alien invasions and weirdness. That it was like with Torchwood without all of the goddamn sex. It's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a prude, but after a while, the subplot about who got in the way of adventure, I'm like, I don't care whose dick the captain sucked this week. I really don't give a shit. Please stop focusing on who's fucking who. At least put it in the background where we can speculate, but Jesus Christ.
Someone suggested Mr. Bean to play the $6 Million Man.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Rowan Atkinson. Fuck.
Rowan Atkinson can be good in semi-serious roles. Like, he would be good in a Get Smart show. I mean, that because he played a spy in those movies. And
he's getting a little long in the tooth for it, though, I think.
If you oddly enough, there are a lot of comedic actors that can pull off horror movies. Like 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so upset about that too because he was starting to do so well later in his career. I mean,
he was.
He wasn't acting like Patino or whatever, who's taken nowhere now.
Yeah. Hey, what about silly as this may sound, a Mad Max TV?
Expanding the Mad Max universe could be awesome. Because here's what I would do if I was them. I would do a Mad Max show, but set it in the same universe, but set it on a completely different continent. So it's completely divorced from. I mean, honestly, you know what you need to do to do a Mad Max show? Because I found it in Australia slightly less believable. Because how many cars do those fuckers have? No, do it in the U.S. where we have cars up our assholes.
Yeah,
it makes more sense in the U.S. and also you've got lots of great shooting locations that aren't in California. Ironically, probably for budgetary reasons, you would have to go and film it in Australia.
Yeah.
But honestly, Mad Max is something in the Mad Max universe set in the United States. And what I would do, I would, at least the first season, set 3 parallel stories that happen in the same rough time, but in different locations with 3 different main characters. And we alternate back and forth. And at the end, they converge and only 2, and just plan out, only 2 of them survive.
Would it be like Arizona, Nevada, and New Mexico or something?
Yeah, that. But you could set it there, but just pretend that the entire continent's that way, because that's in Australia. In Mad Max, the whole world is that way. Because then the fuel wars, and then the bombs dropped, and then it all went to hell.
Yeah. My favorite part about that movie remake, though, was the guy with the guitar. I mean, that was.
I do have a theory about the Mad Max movies, though. The reason why the continuities don't match is because the only movie that is strictly the truth is the first one. All of the other movies are told from the point of view of someone who knew him. And this is them, and even in some cases, like the second, like Beyond Thunderdome is literally telling you this. But in
that's actually
End of the Road Warrior, it's the same way, where someone is telling you the story long after it happened.
Yeah, it's the feral child telling the story.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then in the third movie, it's the girl from the airplane tribe. And then
I will make everyone. I will blow everyone's mind right now with a similar type thing. They tried a Fallout movie. Let's do a Fallout friggin' TV show. Okay.
You know, they could probably get away with that. I mean, it would, if Bethesda would swallow it, they could do that. I mean, especially if they wanted to just go ahead and follow. I mean, because I don't really think they're ever going to remake Fallout 1.
No.
So they just use that as the skeleton of the script.
Well, the original movie script they had, it was a vault. It was a vault underground that was a mini representation of Los Angeles.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the original script was the original movie script that was planned was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Then he's got to go to another vault and find their water chip or something like that, and that's the whole premise. And it's just
that's the premise of the original game. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know, but it was just really cheesy the way they did it. Oh my god.
Yeah, you want to. I would see the thing is you want to play it in such a way where the characters in universe play everything straight, no matter how ridiculous the audience realizes things are. Because that's what's funny.
Yeah, you take it seriously, like Walking Dead type thing.
That's pretty much exactly how the game goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The player realizes all of this is ridiculous. The characters take it completely seriously.
Yeah,
because it is their universe. It is real to them. It isn't a joke. None of it's
funny. Okay. The ghouls are insane.
The zany alien abduction.
Oh yeah. Like, how do you take the Republic of Dave seriously, though? I mean,
well, the thing is, he's an insane man with guns. He's a cult leader. I mean, it seems ridiculous if you but if you had to meet him in real life and you realize he's got a gun, so does everyone else, and you're alone in there. They all follow this crazy nut job. You have to take it seriously if you live in that universe. Outside of it, it's ridiculous.
You know what's fucked up, by the way? There's a brothel / strip club in the game, and you go in there, and there's like kids' toys and teddy bears everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't think about that too hard. Like a lot of things that they don't think about. You don't think about too hard in Fallout.
Well, they just announced this new game, and it's like it's so ridiculous. It's going to be this online thing, and it's going to be terrible. I mean,
I have no idea what's going to be. We'll see.
Well, no, the guys who leaked all the information about Fallout 4 before and stuff, they're saying that if you're expecting a single player RPG, forget it.
Yeah, so, I'm not sure what we're getting. I really don't know.
I do. I've read about it. It's supposed to be an online thing that's inspired by Rust.
Huh. Okay.
Oh.
That type of multiplayer stuff, yeah.
That's kind of weird, but all right. Oh, you know, if you'd have told me what the premise of Fallout Shelter was without having seen it, I would have thought that's retarded.
And it's taking place in Virginia this time, so.
Oh, West Virginia, yeah, makes sense.
And it's likely going to be 70s music because John Denver's in there, so.
Yeah. Oh, well, and that, you know what? A lot of people are really wedded to the original music, like you get in Fallout 3. But if you think about it,
I hate it.
Fallout games have had more than one type of musical genre. I mean, I liked Tactics. All right.
And
Fallout Tactics had heavy metal music.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome. I mean, let's face it, there's nothing more metal than the goddamn apocalypse.
Yeah, when you listen to the song and it's like, whackity whack whack, jackety jack.
No, I like the retro future aesthetic of it, the whole the big bop era, and then when you went to Vegas, it was very much the the sort of that whole swing in Vegas thing. I love it. It fit the theme. So if they do 60s 70s sort of country pop music like that, like John Denver for Vault 76 or whatever, I'm down for that. I would set a whole different tone.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're going. It's supposed to be 25 years after the thing started, and they're the first people to go out there and explore and all this stuff. So.
Yep. I'm going to try to give it a fair shake, no matter what it is.
Yeah, but did you see that live stream they did where they trolled people for 24 hours?
Oh yeah, that was fucking awesome.
I was looking at it at night.
I mean, I was the sort of person that they were trolling, and I loved it. It was fantastic. Because here's the thing: if the company is willing to troll people and just give this giant long cock tease, it means they have a sense of humor about their audience and themselves. Because it wasn't insulting to the audience; it was just messing with them, and that's great.
Well, here's the thing: the balloons are being thrown around because they're supposed to be celebrating Reclamation Day, which is when they go and take back America. You know.
And all horribly wrong. And
the drinking part, by the way, the Fallout series is 21 years old now.
Oh, hey! It's old enough to drink.
Fallout, Sean. You're 21 now.
Yeah, that means I can officially hit on it without going to jail. Yay!
And this counts as an excellent TV show because...
Well, Fallout would work as a TV show. That's what we were saying. I mean, all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm not absolutely convinced that it would.
Well, it would depend on what you did with the universe and what tone you struck. It would be difficult.
If you want to do a good, I mean, if you would go in for a comedy, of course, but if you wanted to do a really excellent video game copy, I would say go with the Assassin's Creed series.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that movie, oh my God.
No, I don't know about the movie.
The Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
If you're gonna make the Assassin's Creed series, make the Illuminatus trilogy.
Yeah, I can't say that I have any interest in Assassin's Creed. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I've never played any of the games, so I have no investment.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a comment.
And by the way, we're trying to aim this brainstorming session towards saving the TV networks, if you will.
Yeah.
I think there's a.
Hey Sparky, what's going on?
Is there a chance for the revitalization of network television in general without remakes?
Is there a chance for you to talk normal?
I don't know, my friend. I think I'm stuck in this southern accent for quite some time.
I didn't think that was a southern accent.
Yeah, that's really not
I'm from the south, and I don't recognize that one. But then again, the south is a big place, so who fucking knows?
Well, I mean.
It's the old woman out in Georgia just sits on our porch drinking sweet tea all day,
clutching her pearls.
Southern Georgia is a wide open country, my friend.
Yeah, clutching her pearls, but at one time she was the scandal of the city.
I live in Georgia. I've never heard that accent here.
Okay, fine. Norlands, all right.
I don't know.
That ain't no.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm taking inspiration from the movie Tombstone tonight.
Okay, that explains it.
Well, I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. Well, sunshine, you just make my daisies grow.
Well, that was his phrase. I mean, it's true. But yeah. So, what do you think, Sparky? Is there any? I know you don't watch much TV, but from shows like when you were a kid and stuff, is there anything that you'd like to see them do again?
No, honestly, because they would just fuck it up.
See, there's a southern accent, okay?
All right, so maybe mine's more of a Western accent, but I was born in Texas, so Give me at least that.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that like a character from like Django Unchained or something?
No, I still have. Yeah, I just.
The Southern gentleman out west.
Wait. Now that confused the hell out of me.
I'm so confused.
I'm always confused. That's the life of being me. So.
Red. The D is silent, redneck.
Do you guys think there's anything that they could have done to Westworld to make it better?
I've never seen any of it, so I couldn't tell you.
And like Twin Peaks, I couldn't get behind. I don't get it. I don't get why people like that fucking show. It's so weird.
You don't like Twin Peaks. You need to hear the Gospel of Lynch.
Yeah.
No, I think shows like Archer are a step in the right direction. I think shows like Epis for Family is an excellent new version of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You ever watch the stuff that sort of precedes Archer, like Frisky Dingo, or
I tried to watch it, but it's absolutely terrible.
No, come on.
Okay, I wanted them. We were talking about this earlier, but I said they should redo C-Lab.
C-Lab 2021.
Yeah,
that would be pretty damn funny.
like that is in the direction of Archer. I mean,
oh yeah.
You know, I want to see a reboot of Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. They already did that.
No. I want them to be now Powerpuff Women.
Live action?
No, since we're going all gender neutral, why don't we do the Powerpuff Boys?
Or the Powerpuff Zers.
No.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna say it. Fairly Odd Parents. Right? Let's fix Fairly Odd.
Egg, drop out, come back. Egg, drop out, and come back.
Or hit F5.
By the way, speaking of Fairly Odd Parents, has anyone seen the pilot?
No.
Not yet.
For the first couple of episodes, I saw that, and I was immediately angry as hell because I realized that Cosmo was originally crazy, not stupid.
Okay, we got a good question in the chat.
A lot funnier.
Okay, David says, why hasn't Three's Company come back with Melania, Donald, and Stormy?
Idea. Let's do it.
The Dolphin just went and drunk Schmeckel's voice into Drunk Wizard of Oz voice.
Whatever works.
Hey, everything is clever, my friends.
This hangout has the best remixes. Frisky Dingo is amazing, and Egg has good taste.
Thank you.
I say that Egg tastes good. Oh wait, we're talking about food.
The best question in the chat ever is, y'all high?
What?
Are y'all high?
No.
Yes.
I'm not.
I wish I was.
I'm drunk. Does that count?
I don't get high.
I do.
I think I've told this story before, but I had a friend who had a ridiculous amount of experience with recreational chemicals of all kinds, and he once said to me, and this is while we were in the process of going to a that I didn't know at the time, but we were driving away from it. We went to a friend's house. He said, I got to pick something up. I'm like, okay. We went to go and do a pot run. I'm like a bunch of the drug deal unfolded in front of me, and I'm like, going, this motherfucker didn't tell me that's what we were doing. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to keep my mouth shut and just play it cool. Because I have no idea what the hell's going on here.
Okay.
He commented as we were headed out, he's like, you, with your personality, you should never be high.
That makes me think
for an explanation. I just took his word for it.
Instead of a Bill and Ted movie,
enhanced.
Okay, instead of the Bill and Ted movie, let's make it a TV series.
Oh my God, no. No,
that'd be terrible.
No,
hold on. If you took it hold on just a second. If you took it to an educational point of view, you might maybe reach a few millennials.
Okay, it would turn to Magic School Bus then. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
I'd rather see them redo Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Now,
I mean, just for the singers alone.
Cartoon or the game show? Which one? The game show or the cartoon?
The game show. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I like the cartoon more.
Like the game shows are just so overrated now because like the people they're casting is ridiculous. Like Steve Harvey is so annoying.
Or they could do they could redo the Munchie Cheese and have Valerie Jarrett be the host.
Oh my god.
How about the Addams Family?
I suggested that earlier. You heard it through the disturbance.
Gilligan's
dark enough right
Island.
now.
Gilligan's
Island. Oh.
Yeah, but then they would complain. They would be
with
like,
modern technology all busted up. Like, my GPS is not working.
But they would complain. They'd be like, Marianne isn't feminist enough.
Well,
no.
Marianne isn't trans enough.
I know, but it's like, how do you,
oh my God, you're right. Ginger would have to be trans.
How dare you dress them in tiny little shorts when it's 1,000,000 degrees?
Oh, instead of a ginger, you could just have a drag queen.
Exactly.
That's true.
Oh, that would be good.
It's still Ginger, but
it would work.
Queen.
It would actually. I would still watch it. I would be like,
Let's the dude from Orange is the New Black. The woman, pardon me. The trans woman from Orange is the New Black. You could throw her in there. It might work.
Maybe.
Like the believable tranny.
The male characters, though, it's just like a dime a dozen with these dudes who have their shirts off all the time and shit. It's like so easy to cast those ones.
Who do you get as the professor?
Oh shit! You know, these days they'd cast a super genius black girl, a little black girl. As a professor.
No, I just had a brilliant.
Tell me I'm wrong. They would so do that shit.
I was gonna say
he didn't go.
We should cast MacGyver, and then I realized we got to remake MacGyver.
But they've already
he can make a cell phone out of a Q-tip.
Okay, but the guy who has to play him is the guy that played in the movie MacGruber.
Okay, how about this? A real remake.
Monkey.
And by the way,
remake.
they have MacGyver. But anyway, go ahead, Ike.
A real remake of Kolchak the Night Stalker.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Now I would sign on for like a remake of the A-Team, but they all have like PTSD from Afghanistan or whatever.
No, we were discussing that earlier, and we actually touched on a dark subject that our favorite actor for Mr. T is gone.
By the way, they already did the MacGyver remake. And it has George Eads, the one guy from CSI, in it.
Well,
the guy who plays Nick.
We did call for a cancellation of all CSI, so those guys will need jobs.
And it was okay, but the show, I don't think they renewed it though. After 2 seasons, I think it's done, but it was pretty bad. The MacGyver remake.
Oh, that's a shame. I don't know if I should be sad or not, though. I don't know. That's a tough
well, if you retry it with good actors and good writers.
Yeah. Well, the problem is George Eads was the sidekick. He wasn't the star.
Wait. MacGyver wasn't the star?
No. George Eads was the guy from CSI playing Jack Dalton. The guy who is playing MacGyver is the guy who played Havoc in X-Men.
Yeah, sadly, I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
Hold up. Cherview, you might get this one since you're Canadian. A reboot of Forever Night.
Oh God, I don't even.
I'm lost.
I feel like I should know what that is, but
okay.
Terrible vampire cop.
That's in the genre of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you're going to do that, just go with Buffy.
An 800-year-old vampire working as a police detective.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would still like to see a live action Doug.
Oh, that would be good.
Praise
Maybe.
Doug.
Only if he was Captain Underpants all the time.
Oh, Roman remembers Forever Night.
Here's one I think they should just do to piss people off is let's redo Charlie's Angels.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
And just swap it so that it's three dudes.
Okay, we could do.
I'd watch it.
Roman says we should do Gilligan's Island, but have like J.J. Abrams take it and make it like Lost.
Placeholder says remake Charm, but with 3 retarded trans black women.
Is it Charm that they're remaking? Yes, they are remaking it already.
Oh
God.
What is it? What about Hercules and Xena?
I've got a great idea. What we should do is we should make the antithesis of our favorite shows. So instead of friends, we make enemies. It's all about 6 people living in 6 apartments very close to each other that do not like each other and do not get along at all.
Oh
They
my
just
God,
fuck with each other constantly.
It's like a larger cast version of The Odd Couple. That's fantastic. That's a great idea.
Well,
That's
see, they
actually
already
really
did a
good.
relaunch
I
of
would
The
love
Odd
to
Couple.
see that.
Yeah, and of course you have all the tensions and relationships, 3 guys, 3 girls, and all that.
They just hate each other. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. I like that.
And so, yeah, you just call it enemies. And you have, of course, cameos from all the cast of Friends. Just to throw it in the audience's face. Have a totally... Of course, like the main characters have nothing to do with the show Friends. But
David
yeah,
Schwimmer
cameos.
just gets
he's like
stabbed in the face or something.
No, David Schwimmer's like the pizza guy. And he's like, oh, I used to live in this apartment. And it's the same set from Friends. And that's like the main character.
What the hell is Pool Boy 1 placeholder? I don't know what that is. Yeah, Hercules could be done, but it's like, do we have a lot of those super muscular guys right now? I don't know.
Was Kevin Sorbo even really that muscular?
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is paint some abs on Gerard again, and it'll be fine.
Okay, here's what I was mad about. They tried to redo Kung Fu Legend Continues, but it was a failure because they did a prequel thing.
Oh, Kung Fu. The original David Carradine.
Yeah, that one.
I can't quite see how.
You'd have to throw some sort of Easter egg in there where one of the villains ends up strangling himself while masked.
Yeah, you could.
That's a little dark, but yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm not going to lie, that was exactly what I was thinking. God, I'm a horrible person, but that is exactly what I was thinking.
With all due respect, I was the one who said it.
Yeah, I didn't have the balls to say it out loud. That's all.
How about the dinosaurs?
Now I can get behind the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
The dinosaur reboot.
No, I don't even want them to reboot it. I just want them to pick up where they left off and just continue with the same shitty story.
Oh, okay.
Don't even try to modernize it up. No, they're dinosaurs.
So, like, the end of the story is like, oh, it was just the Y2K bug.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal one from TJ, okay? I'm going to say with the Roseanne thing, fire Roseanne, but kill her off and have it be about Dan, like, and his dating life or whatever, and call it the Connors or something.
I think Roseanne will come back probably in 3 months, and
It won't be on that network though. It might be on Netflix or something.
it'll be on Fox or Netflix or Hulu or whatever. It'll get sorted out. I mean,
It's a top-rated show. It's not going anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah. The problem is too. I think part of it is taking stuff really personal because the head of ABC is a black woman, and then you have like Wanda Sykes was part of the production team, and you know, you got all these people that I think are getting more offended by that tweet than they probably should. But you know,
Yeah, I think it's faux offense anyway. They don't really give a shit. It's kind of like Christy Winters and the Outrage Brigade. You know, they make up shit to be pissed off about, and then they go on and on about it for a month.
Let me say this: because Jarrett looks like the Sean King level of black. I mean, it's a lot harder for people to be super offended by it because it's like you can put the two faces side by side, and it's not even that close. I'm just saying.
She seriously looks like the female ape in the old 60s version of Planet of the Apes.
Don't diss my teenage waifu like that.
I saw them side by side. Let me find the picture.
I have to admit, like I've had friends that look like monkeys. They just didn't happen to be black, so they didn't take offense to it when I said they look like monkeys.
Yeah.
It's the new outrage culture that drives me insane.
It's the double standards that drive me insane. It's perfectly fine to say it about a white person, but no, they've got melanin in their skin. Oh, that's racist. No. You're just imposing your own racist
Sparky, for example, Airplane Sparky, you look kind of like a basset hound.
Yes.
You don't take offense to that because you're white.
No, I wouldn't take offense to that.
No, if you were brown and speckled, you might say something like, "Hey, that sounds racist."
I couldn't give a fuck, to be honest, but that's just me.
Okay. Hey, I've got a actually, I'll let Ragdoll speak.
I was gonna say, those of us who because I grew up watching novelas.
What?
The original show, yeah.
Novelas.
Novelas. Yes.
Novelas? What?
Novelas.
Novelas.
Oh, you grew up watching soaps. Okay.
It's
Spanish.
Oh, come on! Don't lie.
It's different.
Yeah, but it's
It's different than American soap operas.
Oh, I know.
It's a lot more sexist.
Novellas have a whole lot more cleavage.
Yeah, and it's a lot more
If I could
sexist.
understand what the fuck was going on, I'd watch them more. Oh, who cares? I just watch it for the tits.
Oh my god. Sparky looks like dollar store Rich Evans.
But okay.
I look like a rusty Buick. I can't get offended. It's true.
You know how they but you know how they remade It?
Yeah.
Why don't they remake The Stand?
The Stand was a dumb story, that's why.
Tommy Knockers. Tommy Knockers.
Yeah, Tommy Knockers, that would be.
Okay, so you're going to tell me that is not a resemblance?
No.
Yeah, that guy looks totally like a monkey.
Look at this though. No,
I'm just kidding. He doesn't look like a monkey. What is
Oh my. Okay.
But the Aircraft Sparky one, that does look like Aircraft Sparky, okay?
No, it doesn't.
No, that doesn't.
You say so.
I mean, all us white people look alike. I mean, but I'm not white.
But Roman.
What are you then?
Roman does indeed look like Jack Black, though.
I'm
Oh, come on! Every fat fuck with a scraggly beard looks like Jack Black.
No. Yeah. You gotta look at the two side by side and look at his personality and some of his funner videos. Okay. Sorry, Roman, but I still think it's true.
Yeah, to be honest, Roman does bear a strong resemblance.
That's a compliment from me, though, because I love Jack Black.
You're just looking for a role to stick him in, aren't you?
Sure.
We're talking about all these television shows. You're just like, Jack Black here, Jack Black there.
Jack Black, Black.
Swan Song. Ooh, yeah. Dukes of Hazzard in the UK with the EU flag instead of General Lee placeholder says.
Oh.
Yeah, make it about the new British Revolution. The British need to take a page out of the Americans' books, and the Dukes of Edinburgh will be.
I got important question. What song would play?
Them Duke boys sure do make a mess.
When you honk the horn on them, okay?
That's
What's the
actually
song?
really good. Oh my god, that shouldn't be that funny, but it's
When they
Name the
honk
song,
horn, it
though.
plays "God Save the Queen."
The metal version?
Oh my god!
They'll have, instead of the General Lee, they'll have the Admiral Nelson.
We have killed Robot. We have killed Red.
Oh my
Like
god!
the guy sneaking into the girl's bedroom, and it's a young Muslim girl though, and then the dad like is chasing them. You know, just
oh my god. And to make matters worse, they're kind of pikey.
No. I'm sorry. The Admiral Nelson will be a mini.
It would be. Or someone
Of course.
that's like quintessentially British car.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
God.
you know, they could always go with the William Wallace. You know, go with the whole Scottish lore.
I love you, Red. You're awesome. Once you get them going, once you get them howling, it's funny. Oh my God.
Oh my lord, I needed a good chuckle. Holy shit,
Okay,
it's
so
phenomenal.
I'm gonna go ahead and tweet this out to some people on Twitter that claim to be TV show lookers,
Good.
people looking for shows and whatnot. So if you hear this, we need the Dukes of Edinburgh.
Dukes of Edinburgh.
We need
Dukes of Edinburgh.
we need the Dukes of Edinburgh with the Admiral Nelson, and it's
Oh
gonna
my
be
god.
yeah, Mini Cooper or comparably British.
So, are the cops
Wait,
gonna?
with the
Viscounts of Bedfordshire.
So,
And here's the thing: the Sheriff
Yeah.
Hogg with
Yeah.
2 G's. We got to remind them.
yeah, the
name
boss
Oh, yeah.
with 2
Yeah.
D's and then oh god.
David Hogg.
Magistrate Hogg.
Magistrate Hogg.
Okay, so they would pull the sheriff would pull them over, and they'd be like, "Is that
You've been
butter
sending
guy?"
out. I saw your Twitter profile.
Boy, you got a license for that comb.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous.
Oh my god.
By the way, the plastic straw ban really sucks for people with disabilities. I'm just saying.
What?
There's a plastic straw ban right now in like the UK, parts of the UK, and then in Canada they're doing it too, and it's a really bad idea. Just saying.
Well,
It's a bad idea.
I did hear that the prince and his wife are going to be doing their honeymoon in Canada. So are they going to bring out the celebratory pudding?
Yeah. No, they'll just eat poutine, lots of it, lots and lots of poutine.
Canadians want only one thing, and it's fucking disgusting.
But also delicious.
But yeah, by the way, I'm still going back to that Breaker High show because, okay, it made Ryan Gosling's career, and it was a movie where they were at school on a cruise ship, but it was in between the U.S. and Canada, okay? So it was both. And it had, like, American students and Canadian students on there. And it's their 20-year reunion, so you could do a reunion show or whatever.
Yes, but it'll be on the Hedman Fitzgerald now.
Yes.
Okay, so speaking of adversarial shows, here's a great downer: Lifestyles of the Poor and Desperate.
Oh my god!
I would watch that all day long.
Oh man.
Oh,
That certainly sounds like a Mexican novella to me.
God.
No,
I was gonna
really?
say it's Redneck Paradise.
No. Jeez.
No, it's not like we we would like our nice pretty cars, but we don't yeah.
Oh god. There's so many good ones back in the day.
Of course, if you had a Dukes of Hazzard in Mexico, the horn would play La Cucaracha, and there would be
La
It's all over.
Well, they made a Mexican.
No.
Okay.
It's the Mexican hat dance, not the cucaracha. The Mexican hat dance.
The Mexican Breaking Bad.
No, it's like expecting a Mexican to understand line dancing. Hell,
Okay.
Most Americans don't understand line dancing.
I know how to line dance.
By the way, the character. Okay.
Good for you. I don't. I'm a redneck.
Mexican Breaking Bad. The character's name is Walter Blanco. That's his name.
Walter Blanco.
Walter Blanco.
The Mexican Breaking Bad is called reality TV. Come on. Man.
No, actually, the same creator did a show and they called it Metastasis or Metastasis. I don't know how to pronounce that.
What's next? Mexican Better Call Saul.
Better call Pablo.
Jose.
It was the same guy though. Okay.
Better Call Saul
Better call
No,
Pablo.
it's that one. Better call that one.
No.
Look how sad the character choices here. Like
Or Guadalupe.
this is the.
Yeah, you better call Guadalupe. I'm gonna go with that one. I like that one best.
All right. So in the show, when he starts going to like the Mexican cartels and stuff, do they like go to Honduras?
Or they instead they go to the biker gangs. You reverse it.
They go to
Go
Colombia.
north instead of south.
Like, look at
I
the
don't
hair.
know.
Okay, look at this. This is like, what is that?
What
Lord.
the fuck that is?
And by the way, it is a shot-for-shot remake
Oh wow.
by the same
Wow.
guy.
That is awesome.
They picked a really good Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, they did. I forget what they called his character in there. It wasn't Jesse. It was something else, but it's Jose or something.
Jose.
Yeah,
Yeah. I could-
but like,
Yeah. That's the
No,
glow in
I
the
got
dark
nothing else.
Mexican on the stream.
The El Duques de Tijuana.
No, it's Baja California.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
And then and then they just pull out the gatos de la playa here and there, just to threaten people.
Okay.
We're all going to hell, but at least we'll have company.
We're all going to hell in a handbasket. Who cares?
No, we haven't advocated for like the most dangerous game on television yet. So I think we're good.
Yeah, that's just like, well, see, if you want to sell that to the millennials,
I'm not
just call it
throwing
live
it.
action PUBG.
I'm not throwing it out there.
I am.
No, I would love that. That would be fun.
Let's do it.
And if you want to get millennials to play, all you got to do is say, "Hey, it's live action PUBG."
sorry, by the way, it's not Mexican. It's,
Am I
it's
wrong?
actually it's Colombian. Okay, so that makes more sense.
Colombia?
You'll have the honor of vying for the honor of your district.
The really hungry games.
Oh my god.
The actual Hunger Games.
Exactly.
Like Hunger Games could have made a good TV show.
The prize is not food. The prize is a green card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
No, it's a green card.
Come on.
It's a green card and an EBT card. Come on.
Even for me, there are lines. Man.
Okay.
Hey,
Roman-
hey, look. I mean, basically, let's face it. That's what running to the border is at this point, anyway. It's basically a death race 2000.
Going for
green
the
card.
line.
Come on. I'm not saying it's fair. It's nice. It's just life.
I would like to see a Mexican remake of Smokey and the Bandit,
Oh, that would be fun.
Instead of like running Coors beer across lines, they're smuggling Coke. It's it's believable.
Tequila. That's at least a little more wholesome.
Okay. Roman says what if we
Tequila?
did a Running Man show? That
Wait,
might
no,
work.
that sounds like something else. Never mind.
That
sounds like they did a Middle Eastern version of it. You can't do the Dukes of Hazzard in the Middle East. They blow up at the end of every episode.
Well, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing the Mexican version of the $6 Million Man. You know, the 45 pesos hombre.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God.
Kathy can't even argue
It
with
would
that.
still be better than
I can't.
the $6 million woman remake.
I'm pretty sure your conversion rate. I'm pretty sure your conversion rate is off there. It's something like.
Okay. The conversion rate from pesos to dollars is 10 pesos per dollar.
Yeah,
No,
so you're
but
talking
see-
about the 60 million.
I'm just
Peso
talking about
man.
how poor they are. They can only afford 45 pesos.
It's $60 million or 60 million peso man.
No. We need to do one as how do you fit? The whole purpose of this whole show is to teach people how to fit 50 people in
In a telephone
a
booth.
one-bedroom apartment.
In a Pinto.
Because I
in the back
swear.
of the truck.
God damn it.
Title show. What?
How many? They could have contests. How many people can you fit in the trunk of a Dodge?
Oh, you would. I'm serious. I'm
Okay.
like, how did we do this?
But by the way,
Assholes. That's
Okay.
how.
the $6 million man.
I don't know.
If we did the $6 million man today, it would be the $30 million man.
Yeah, I'm not really
It
worried
doesn't have the
about.
same ring to it. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say that we'd have to title it something like the $1 Billion Man. You know, just so it would have a nice round number. It would sound good.
Yeah, and you do all the advertisement for it, and then you troll people on the day before it's released, saying that it's starring a guy that looks just like Donald Trump.
Oh my god!
But he has huge hands and a huge dong.
Because you know this generation wouldn't be able to resist a dick joke with the $6 Million Man. It's like, yes, he's improved in every way. Every way? Yes,
Every way.
Freeway.
Every way. Well, his wife will be happy. Good news, he's single.
Anyway, that's going to go ahead and we're going to call it an end to the Brain Trust for the night. It's been a pleasure having all you guys on here.
Don't lie to me.
Well, I mean, except for you, Red Robot.
Thank you.
Everybody else was very fun.
Yeah.
And I'm done with the accent, as you can clearly tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was the best accent.
It was a good one. I had fun with it while I did it.
All right, well, tune in on Friday, 8 Central. We're having our debate, and we are discussing whether or not
Which is the best
Limit-
hand to masturbate with?
if we limit right. Okay, if you put limits on rights, is that the same as infringing them?
Okay, that's interesting. That sounds like fun.
I think you could pull out a dictionary and solve that question.
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's a real world question because I mean, you can talk about unlimited rights, but are they really? Because
I'll tell you what. If you guys want to hear, the discussion, come check it out on Friday, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, and come back here every Wednesday night at 11 Eastern, 10 Central for the Brain Trust, a brainstorming session on all kinds of topics. At this point, who gives a care? Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. And Chair, you want to sign us out?
Yep. All right. Thanks everybody for joining us, and like I said, go subscribe to the Academy Debates channel if you haven't, and the Academy itself, which has educational videos. We are here every Wednesday at 10 Central, 11 Eastern. So tune in next time.